Ohio's treasurer is responsible for collecting, dispersing, managing, and investing billions of dollars in taxpayer funds. The treasurer is also the custodian of Ohio's 5 public employee pension funds, plus the Workers' Compensation Fund. 2 of the candidates for the office this fall are Democrat Kevin Boyce, the incumbent, and Republican Josh Mandel. Boyce was appointed to the position in 2009 and is now seeking a full 4-year term. He previously served 8 years as a member of Columbus City Council and served the final 3 years of his term as President Pro Tem and Finance Committee Chairman.
My question is regarding the state pension funds. Existing retirees are very concerned about their current benefits and whether they're going to have to pay more to keep what they have. Existing employees are concerned as well on whether they're going to have to work longer to ever make it to retirement. What guarantee can you provide to these groups of dedicated public servants that their pensions are safe?
What we can do and what we have done is work very closely with banking and financial institutions to reduce their cost that they're charging those pension fee funds. Last year, we were able to reduce our pension fund fees and costs by 63%, or $20 million, and those are funds that go directly back into the hands of Ohio retirees.
According to the Tax Foundation, Ohio has the 7th highest tax burden, and only 3 other states have a worse business climate than ours. What will you do to make our state more competitive, and what will you do to reduce our taxes?
The first thing that we can do in the Ohio Treasury is aggressively use the ability of our office to better provide resources and funds for programs that work directly with Ohio and businesses outside of Ohio to create and retain jobs. But the other area that I think Ohio has an opportunity to take advantage of are 3 of some of our growth sectors in the economy, ranging from advanced logistics to alternative energy to manufacturing.
As treasurer, how would you invest Ohio's dollars? I mean, clearly you're going to want the best return on investment, but are you going to look at local Ohio firms, minority firms? Tell me how you would build your strategy.
We've employed 3 very basic and simple strategies, but they've worked very well for the Treasury. 1, safety. 2, liquidity, and 3, yield. In the Ohio Treasury right now, we've employed a program called the Absolute Return Model that allows us to focus on very specific advantages and opportunities where we're investing our money not only in Ohio companies, but in companies that will ensure growth in whatever instruments or products that we're investing in.
In today's current economic climate, I feel jobs should be our top priority. Since most studies show the new jobs are created by startup companies, what would you do to help and encourage entrepreneurs?
Thank you for that question. We're looking very creatively at how we can use our portfolio to help startup businesses as well as small businesses excel in this current economic environment. One of the programs that, while we didn't create, we've been expanding is our linked deposit model. But we're also thinking about how we can use the leverage of the office to help encourage the banks to lend more money. Part of the challenges that we saw last year was banks' credit sort of freezing up. And so we've been working very diligently to find ways to thaw credit so that more small businesses can have access to the capital they need to run their business.
What additional safeguards would you put in place to protect Ohio's public investments?
The very first strategy that we employ is a very low-risk approach to the kinds of products or instruments that we purchase on your behalf. Most people, to understand what the Treasury does, should think of it as a bank. The other thing that we've done in this sort of challenged economic environment is that we've gone more short-term with our investments. And so instead of tying the money up long-term, we've made it what we call liquid so that we can access the cash when we need it to pay the state's bills as necessary.
As treasurer, how do you plan to staff your offices throughout the state? Is it based on politics, or will it be based on a person's performance and proven skills to do the job?
Thank you, Donald. That's a great question. Every person that we employ in the Ohio Treasury should be hired based on their qualifications to do the job.
Could you please give me one concrete example of a way in which you've put the people before your own personal agenda?
One way that I've put the people before any personal agenda that I or anyone else may have is by taking 2 voluntary pay cuts.
That's not all Boyce had to say. There's much more of our interview with him in the Democracy 2010 section of WCPO.com. Tom McKee, 9 News in Columbus.